Welcome to my channel Old Coins News. Watch the video till the end. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. So let's get started. The 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar stands as a powerful symbol of American pride, unity, and achievement, struck to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Bearing the dual date 1776 to 1976, it was released as part of the nation's bicentennial celebration, marking 2 centuries of freedom. The D mint mark on the coin indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. This large, copper-nickel dollar was the last of the traditional big dollar coins in U.S. history and the final circulating U.S. dollar to feature Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and the Supreme Allied Commander in World War II. Design overview, a tribute to liberty and history. The Eisenhower dollar series ran from 1971 to 1978, but the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial issue holds a special place because it features a unique reverse design created specifically for the bicentennial celebration. Unlike earlier coins, which bore the standard Eagle on the Moon reverse, the 1976 issue featured a new patriotic image of the Liberty Bell superimposed over the moon, a design that symbolizes both America's revolutionary origins and its modern achievements in space exploration. This design combination beautifully connects 1776, the year of independence, with 1976, a time of advanced technology and exploration, perfectly capturing 200 years of progress. Obverse, front, design. The obverse of the coin features a bold, lifelike portrait of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, designed by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparro. Eisenhower is shown in profile, facing left, with a dignified and calm expression reflecting his leadership and strength during both war and peace. The inscriptions read Liberty along the upper rim, In God We Trust just beneath his chin, and the dual date 1776 to 1976 at the bottom, which replaces a usual single date seen on other coins. The D mint mark for Denver is located just below Eisenhower's neck truncation, to the right of the date. This design was intended not only to honor the former president, but also to symbolize American stability and resilience during the 2 centuries since independence. The deep relief and clean details of the portrait show Gasparro's sculpting skill, with subtle texturing that catches light beautifully when struck in high-quality mint condition. Many collectors admire how the coin reflects both the gravity of Eisenhower's historical role and the optimism of the bicentennial era. Reverse, back, design. The reverse design, created by Dennis R. Williams, was chosen through a public design competition held by the U.S. Mint in 1973. Williams, only a 22-year-old art student at the time, produced a design that powerfully combined American heritage and future ambition. It features the Liberty Bell, one of the most recognizable symbols of American freedom, prominently in the foreground. Behind it appears a faint image of the moon, representing the nation's scientific achievements and the success of the Apollo space missions overseen during Eisenhower's presidency and expanded under Kennedy's vision. The inscriptions on the reverse include United States of America around the top rim, the motto E Pluribus Unum above the bell, and the denomination $1 along the bottom. The delicate crack in the Liberty Bell, a defining characteristic of the real bell in Philadelphia, is carefully engraved, adding authenticity and historical weight. This design stands out as one of the most artistically symbolic reverses ever placed on a modern U.S. coin, merging the spirit of independence with the forward-looking energy of space exploration. Composition, weight, and dimensions. The 1976 Eisenhower dollar was produced in 2 main compositions. 1. Circulation stripe, copper-nickel clad. Composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Weight, 22.68 grams. Diameter, 38.1 millimeters, 1.5 inches. Edge, reeded. 2. Collector silver-clad version. Composition, 40% silver and 60% copper. Struck for special collector sets, proof and uncirculated, at the San Francisco Mint, S. The D mint mark coin was part of the standard copper-nickel issue for general circulation, though many were quickly hoarded by collectors due to the historical dual date and unique reverse design. When new, these coins had a bright, silvery luster that often dulled with circulation, but remained brilliant on uncirculated examples. Mintages and release. The Denver Mint produced an enormous number of these coins to meet both collector and public demand. In total, over 82 million bicentennial Eisenhower dollars bearing the D Mint mark were struck in 1975 to 1976. The Mint began producing them early to ensure ample supply for the 1976 celebrations. Because of their large size and limited popularity in daily use, however, many of these coins never circulated widely. Instead, millions were stored, collected, or sold in government-issued coin sets. Despite their abundance, the coin remains a cornerstone of modern U.S. numismatics. Its large size and patriotic design make it especially appealing to both seasoned collectors and newcomers to coin collecting. Historical and cultural importance. The bicentennial Eisenhower dollar represents far more than a simple coin. It embodies the spirit of the American bicentennial, a national celebration that filled 1976 with parades, fireworks, historical reenactments, and new patriotic symbols. The coin served as both a keepsake and a daily reminder of the nation's enduring principles: liberty, unity, and progress. The choice to retain Eisenhower's portrait was also deeply meaningful. As a wartime leader and post-war president, he symbolized both peace and strength, qualities Americans associated with their 200-year journey. The combination of the Liberty Bell and the moon on the reverse reinforced a sense of continuity between America's revolutionary birth and its technological achievements of the 20th century. This artistic connection helped make the $1,976 an enduring icon of modern American history, cherished for its symbolism and craftsmanship, value and collectability. Today, the 1776 to 1976 D Eisenhower dollar remains one of the most widely collected coins of the 20th century. Because of its large mintage, circulated examples generally retain only face value, around $1 to $1.50. However, coins preserved in brilliant uncirculated BU, condition or certified MS65 or higher can be worth between $5 and $20, depending on grade and luster. Special silver-clad bicentennial coins and high-grade proof examples command higher prices, often ranging from $10 to $50 or more, particularly those with mirror-like finishes or strong strikes. Collectors also seek varieties such as Type 1 and Type 2 reverses, which differ in the thickness of the lettering and details of the design. Minor minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws, can also add significant value, sometimes fetching hundreds of dollars in auctions when authenticated by grading services like PCGS or NGC. Legacy of the Eisenhower dollar. Although the Eisenhower dollar was discontinued in 1978 and replaced by the smaller Susan B. Anthony dollar, the 1776 to 1976 issue remains one of the most memorable coins in modern U.S. minting. It is large, visually impressive, and historically meaningful, a coin that bridges 2 centuries of American identity. In 2009, the United States Mint continued its ambitious presidential $1 coin program, a numismatic project launched in 2007 to honor each former U.S. president with his likeness on a golden-colored dollar coin. The program followed chronological order of presidential service, issuing 4 new designs each year. During 2009, 2 significant coins were released, one honoring William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States, and another honoring John Tyler, the 10th President. These coins represented not only important chapters in American political history, but also showcase the artistry and technological precision of modern U.S. coin production. Each 2009 $1 coin was minted in a distinctive golden hue, though it contained no actual gold. Instead, the color came from a specialized manganese brass alloy composed of 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, and 2% nickel. The coin's diameter was 26.5 millimeters, and it weighed 8.1 grams, with a smooth-edge design that differed from earlier circulating dollars such as the Eisenhower, Susan B. Anthony, or Sacagawea series. However, the presidential series introduced something unique, an edge lettering inscription, which included the mottos E Pluribus Unum, In God We Trust, the year minting 2009, and the mint mark, either P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. This innovation gave the coin a distinctive appearance and connected it to 18th and 19th century coinage traditions. Obverse, front, design. On the obverse of the 2009 $1 coin, the portrait of the honored president dominates the design. For the William Henry Harrison dollar, the obverse was designed and sculpted by Joseph Menna. It features a stately bust of Harrison facing slightly to the right, with his name encircling the upper rim and the inscription 9th President 1841 below. Similarly, the John Tyler coin, created by Phoebe Hemphill, shows Tyler in a dignified profile pose, with 10th President 1841 to 1845 below his name. Above both portraits appear the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, reminding collectors and citizens of the moral and ideological foundations of the United States. The fine details of the portraits are remarkable. You can observe the texture of the president's hair, their somber expressions, and the high-relief sculpting that captures light beautifully. These coins represent a blend of realism and respect, showing how far U.S. mint engraving technology had evolved by 2009. Each portrait is surrounded by a smooth field that enhances its visual prominence, giving the obverse side a metal-like appearance suitable for commemorating national leaders. Reverse, back, design. The reverse side of the 2009 $1 coin remained consistent throughout the presidential dollar series. Designed by Don Everhart, it features a magnificent image of the Statue of Liberty, a powerful symbol of freedom and democracy. The statue's torch extends upward toward the rim, symbolizing enlightenment and progress. Around the upper border appear the words United States of America, and to the right of the statue, the denomination $1 is prominently displayed. The simplicity and strength of this design reflect the enduring ideals of liberty and justice, values deeply embedded in the nation's identity. This reverse design contrasts the individualized obverse portraits by presenting a universal American symbol recognizable worldwide. The relief and texture of the torch and crown are sharply defined, with brilliant luster when struck in uncirculated condition. Collectors often appreciate how the coin's reverse maintains unity across the series, creating visual continuity while each obverse changes annually. Edge lettering and inscriptions. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 2009 $1 presidential coins is their edge lettering. Unlike most modern U.S. coins, where inscriptions appear on the obverse or reverse, the edge inscriptions on these coins recall early American minting traditions used in the 18th century. The raised lettering along the coin's edge includes 2009 E Pluribus Unum, In God We Trust, P or D, depending on the mint. This innovative feature required an additional minting step, where the plain-edge blank coin, planchet, was fed through a specialized machine that impressed the lettering around its circumference. Collectors quickly noted that some early releases missed this step, leading to rare missing-edge lettering error coins, which became highly sought after in the numismatic market. Mintages and collectability. The 2009 presidential $1 coins were minted at both Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D, facilities, with total production reaching into the tens of millions. However, due to limited public demand for dollar coins in everyday circulation, many remained in storage or were distributed mainly through numismatic channels. The Mint also issued proof versions from San Francisco in collector sets, featuring polished dies and mirror-like fields that highlight the fine details of the design. Although the face value is $1, the coin's real worth depends on condition, rarity, and collector interest. Common circulation strikes are worth around $1 to $3, while uncirculated or proof specimens can fetch $5 to $15 or more. Errors, such as doubled lettering, missing inscriptions, or die cracks, can increase value significantly, sometimes into the hundreds of dollars depending on demand and certification by grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Historical context and legacy. The 2009 $1 coins symbolize more than monetary value. They reflect America's effort to reconnect with its presidential heritage and promote national pride through numismatics. William Henry Harrison, remembered for his brief 32-day presidency, and John Tyler, known for setting important constitutional precedents regarding presidential succession, each contributed uniquely to U.S. history. The coins serve as miniature historical tributes, allowing Americans to hold a tangible piece of their nation's story. Despite their elegance, the presidential $1 series struggled to gain traction in general circulation. Many Americans preferred paper dollar bills, leading to limited everyday use. However, the coins remain a popular collectible series, appreciated for their artistry, educational value, and the narrative they carry, from George Washington to the most recent presidents, included before the program concluded. The 2009 United States $1 Liberty, "In God We Trust" coin embodies a blend of artistry, symbolism, and national heritage. Through its golden color, detailed presidential portrait, and bold statue of Liberty Reverse, it captures the enduring American spirit of leadership and freedom. Whether preserved in mint condition, displayed in an album, or passed down as a family heirloom, this coin reminds us of the enduring connection between American history and its currency, a story struck in metal, carried across generations,